Hello and welcome to Marco on Markets. Share my screen. Hope you're all well. Okay, so this channel is for educational purposes only and shares my personal opinions and investment process. Nothing in this video should be taken as financial product advice or a recommendation to buy or sell any investment. Always do your own research and consider obtaining advice from a licensed financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Good morning. It's Tuesday, 28 July 2026. It's just gone 10 a.m. My name's Marco and I'll be your host today. We will just see what the market open is. The NAB trade indicator at 9:38 a.m. about 20 minutes ago was the market would be opening down 0.21%. So I'll just log into NAB trade and bring that on screen. So we had a pretty good day yesterday. The US market, I think, was up. It was flat. So there it is. S&P and 500 was 0.02%. So it was flat overnight, and the Dow Jones was up by 0.51. So I'll just get rid of that one, and we'll go to watch list, and I'll bring that on screen. Okay, so the market's opened higher. Aristocrat 3 point. That's good news for me. That's actually one that I have. I might just sort by highest to lowest. So the winners so far this morning are Viva Energy, Aristocrat, JB Hi-Fi, which is actually, that's good for me as well. Wesfarmers, yep, I've got that one as well. That's up slightly. I might just quickly update the portfolio values and see how we're looking, because we might actually get a trade on right now. So the market price for Aristocrat is 64. Actually my target's 65.22, and I'm now up 0.21% on capital and 1.76% on adjusted for dividends. So, you know, I did say I'd probably take that, and I may just do that this morning. Accent Group, 72 cents. JB Hi-Fi is $76.73. So that's up 1.53%. I did buy that one yesterday, so that's nice. And Wesfarmers is up 87.69. All right, and I might just do a refresh. I'm not sure what's happening over at Aristocrat. I'll just check it, see if there's any news, because if it's good news, I will probably make margin. I'm on at 65.22 to sell. So if we go to market depth, it's not on the first page. It's quite a bit. There we go. I'm in that bundle there. All right, let's just check the news just to see if there's been some good news or... Okay, so they're buying back more. Oh no, that's an old notice. Right, so there's no announcements. Okay, it could just be a tech thing. I'll just go to a different watch list. I'll just go to my Australian ones, just see what the leaders are. 4.5. Okay, Wise Tech Global's up 2.55%. Zero's up 1.59%. I did fail to point those out yesterday. I do apologize. I did sort of say that the banking did really well, but actually the tech sector yesterday really uh, had some big gains, like 6 and 7% for both Zero and Wise Tech. REAs in that bundle. Okay, so I'll just go to my regular watch list. $3.1. Okay, so it's dropped a little bit now. It's been as high as 65.21. That's interesting because my sell price, oh, you're kidding. It was 1 cent off. That's disappointing. So I could have actually got margin, full margin there if it was 1 cent higher. Look, that happens. I don't know why it's doing so well today. JB Hi-Fi's up. Let's see how that's going. That's dropped a little bit as well. Still 1.59%. That's still pretty good for a one-dayer. I'm really disappointed that that didn't go through. That would have been amazing if, you know, it's really falling away now. So it got as high as 65.20. I can't believe that. So it was 1 cent off from selling. Anyway, it would have happened so quickly you couldn't have reacted. If I have a look at the chart on market open. So if we just do 1 day and 1 minute, you know, it just bounced around. There must have been a big order to take out that many levels and then fall back down. Never mind. We'll keep an eye on that today. Yeah, so it's sort of come back a little bit. All right. What I wanted to do today, so what's the situation? We're up 1.76, down 62% for Accent Group, 1.59 up for JB Hi-Fi. That's pretty good. I wonder if we can get full margin today. So my target is $77.18. We'll just see what the next price. Okay, so it's moved up. Yeah, so it has. I've got to learn to be patient. I really just want to sell that right now. So if I get 77.80, sorry, 76.80, it'll be a 1.62%. So on this portfolio, that's $600 after fees. Oh, okay, it's climbing a bit higher. So it's gone up to 76.89. And now it's come back a bit. It's just hard to know what to do. So I can either take $648 now, and if I get full margin, so let's remember 648, which I'll put into the calculator, 648, or 850. So it's an extra $200 or an extra 25% if I wait. So I can take that money now, or I can wait for an extra 25%, which may or may not happen today. It is climbing. It's gone up to 86 now. It's been as high as $77 today. I'll just watch the next move on the price. Okay, we might come back to that. What I wanted to go through today I'm just doing some calculations on Aristocrat. I'm pretty excited about that because that's close. Okay, I wanted to share with you a program called Sharesight. Sharesight is a portfolio tracking tool. If you go to Sharesight, spelled share site spelled SIGHT, so share site one word.com, and you can sign up for free. They have a as long as you've got less than 10 holdings, they don't charge a fee, which is very generous. So I've just set up a free account this morning. I just want to go through it with you, how to set it up, also how to import your trades. And what I'm going to do is have all my trades in there so we can just refresh the screen. I believe the pricing is not live, so the share market prices, I mean, are not live. They are delayed by, I think, about 20 minutes. So just keep that in mind. If you are using that, you won't have up-to-date prices in there. But you know, at the end of the day, it's there. I'm not being paid by Sharesight. I am a Sharesight customer. I do have a paid subscription, but the portfolio, I've hit the portfolio limit there. I'll just use this one for now until we get to 10 trades, and then I'll probably upgrade my paid subscription so I can include this portfolio Marco on markets. So what we need to do is add investments, because at the moment there's nothing in there. We can, ideally what you do is you just get the credit notes emailed to here directly each time the trade goes through. But just to open up, I'm going to upload a file to do this, and we're going to do it via spreadsheet. I'm going to use a CSV, and then I'm going to open up that. They've given us some example trades, so we'll delete all those, and then we'll put our ones in there. So if I go to the trade register, I'll put in these historical ones. So I'm just going to copy across the dates, the codes, the instrument. They're all going to be ASX. The quantities, that's the units that we purchased, the price that we paid. Okay, they're all buys, those ones. So all that side is buy. Exchange rate, I don't have any foreign. Brokerage is optional. I've got those amounts here. So I'm trying to do copy paste special, but okay, there we go. Brokerage currency is optional and comments are optional. Okay, so that's my historical one. So they're the really older ones. And then the more current ones from this financial year, or the sales have been done in this financial year. You can put it in any order. I imagine it'll just sort it into order. When it imports, it'll do it in date order, and so that's there. So I'm just going to make this a bit wide. So we've got all the dates. They're all ASX. The unit prices, they're all buys. And then we've got the brokerages. So the brokerages are based on this $40,000 parcel sizes. Okay, and then the sales are here. So we're going to do the dates. And then what I'll do is, as we get sales into the future, I won't do a spreadsheet. I'll just manually put those in, and I'll show you how to do that. But yeah, ideally, just put in your brokerage account, you just enter in to CC another email address, and then you put it your Sharesight. They give you a unique email address to email your contract notes to, and then as they come through, it updates automatically within seconds. So it's a pretty good product. I've used it for many years. I had the free version up until about 2 or 3 years ago. I think just because I had less than the 10, I think it's 10 holding limit. And so that means 10 um, stocks that you've traded. So even though you might only have 9 different ones, once you've got, say, 11 in total, if that makes sense. I'm not explaining that too well, but basically you can only have 10 unique stocks in your portfolio, even if they have sold. So that's all the brokerage in. Okay, so I'm just now going to delete the demo transactions. I'm going to save and then close, and then we just drop and drag that in there. So that's nice. Put that into there and then confirm. Okay, so it's international. So we've just got regular date format, dollars. Yeah, I think that's correct. If you stuff it up, you can always just remove it all and do it again. But I use their template, so it should all be pretty okay. Let's have a look. And so it's showing, so it's review the trades. I'm not gonna, I assume they'll all be okay. I've just copied and pasted myself. Then next, and then confirm, and then import. And I can just cross-check against my spreadsheet anyway. So it's imported successfully. If we go to investments now, so it'll show, I'm just going to hide this graph. I just find it not really useful. Where is it? Show graph, get rid of that. And apply. And then if you have the date range all, that'll have from your first to your last. You can view it in 2 ways. You can include closed positions, or you can exclude closed positions. So if you include them, it'll show all your historical profits. Sometimes that's good on review, but I prefer just to look at what's open and then pull a report for what's closed. But if you want to look overall, so in this case, overall, this portfolio is actually losing $18,000 on the 160K invested in this fictitious portfolio. And then the main reason for that is the AX1 is down 60 odd percent. So we'll exclude the closed. And you can view it in percentage terms, which I really like. And I'll do that a lot here because that's what I'm really interested in, is making these margins. So as you can see, okay, we've just got a notification that JB Hi-Fi has sold. So I'm just going to go quickly back to my portfolio. Sorry. So let's refresh the pricing. So that's fantastic. JB Hi-Fi. So it's currently $77.11. And if I go to my trade calculator here, I had a trade on it, $77.18. Let's just have a look at the high. Okay, so it did get there. It went over by 2 cents. So that's great. So I brought that one yesterday. Let's just update that here. So we got full margin, 77.18. I'll just check my contract note on my email. Yep, 77.18, perfect. So I'm going to take that off because it's actually traded. I'm just going to copy across the formula, and so that nets not $800. So I was just talking about that before, whether to just take the profit, and in the end I got it, so that's fantastic. What we'll do is we'll update this in Sharesight. So we're going to add an investment. No, I think I have to click into here because I don't do these manually. I do the start, I've done that before, but I don't manually do them, trades and income, because it just automatically happens. So we're going to do trade, we're going to sell, the dates today, broker we don't need to worry about, the units was 530, the price was 77.18, brokerage was $40.90, and so you'll see that that matches, and so that's gone through. If I go to my investments, no longer will be on there. So JB Hi-Fi is no longer there. But if I go to tools, they've changed it from reports to tools. I don't really like that. If you're watching Sharesight, prefer the word reports rather than tools. But anyway, sold securities, run report. And then if I just do date range today, we should get a profit of $800, and that should match my spreadsheet. It might be out by a cent or two. No, that's exactly right. So perfect, that's done. So I'm out of a trade. I think that's all I wanted to show you. In reports, you can just do, say, for this year, so this month, or this year's the same thing if we're talking financial year, because we're still in July. It's showing a profit of $7,984 and 9 cents. And this will be the same here if I pull down the running balances. So we've got, no, it's a bit higher. Oh, it's got the dividend in there. Okay, so capital wise it'll be all these, which is 7,984, and that matches. So my spreadsheet's correct and Sharesight's matching. Okay, so that's where we're at. Aristocrat's up 1.45 as of whenever this updated last. I'm going to close this for now, or just minimize. We'll go back to NAB. Let's have a look at the market. So Aristocrat's come back quite a bit now. Yeah. I'll have a think about that. I did say I would sell it, but I'm inclined to just hang on that little bit longer. First of all, I've got a bundle of money now, so I can look at purchasing another parcel. So I always just go to the negatives. Macquarie, I like Macquarie. It's just a bit high for my comfort zone. Westpac I sold yesterday. I'll just see what I paid for it last time. So I sold Westpac on the 27th, which is this one here. I sold it for 37.36. And today it's 37, so it's higher. So I wouldn't buy that just because it's higher than what I sold it for yesterday. So that makes no sense to just rebuy it. ANZ, I was last purchased at 35.92, so it's a little bit higher than what I would normally pay. Commonwealth Bank's not a bad price. CBA, I purchased at 170 last time. It's at 175. It's a bit high for me. NAB's got a 4 in front of it, so I don't really like to buy NAB with a 4, so I'll leave that. The supermarkets, 39. Woolworths seems a bit high. I haven't purchased that for a while. I'll leave that. Coles is up. Sigma's gotten away from me. JB Hi-Fi I just sold. Aristocrat, I've got that. So for now, I will just pause. I'm not going to purchase anything this very second. There's nothing in this list. I really need to increase this approved list. I've only got 14 stocks and I wouldn't buy AX1 again. So I'm just holding that at the moment. I really need to research more stocks to have more stocks to pick from. We'll just have a look at the All Ordinaries and then we'll call it a wrap for this morning. Sorry to hold you up. We've gone through a bit of Sharesight education. We've had a nice live trade come through, which is great. The All Odds is down 0.33%, which is not far off what NAB said at the start of the day, which was to be down 0.21%. So I'll leave it there. Have a great day, and we'll try and do the market close this afternoon. Okay, thanks for watching.